What's up YouTube? Welcome back to a brand new video. It's your boy Files back here with a brand new content for you guys. So today we are talking about the 5 steps to take a trade on the Forex chart. So these are the steps that I use to take my trades. These are the very simple, very easy steps. And I'm going to break them down into 5 for you guys so you can understand very easily. If you want to learn more about Forex trading, if you want to get better in your Forex trading journey or your Forex trading career, please subscribe to the channel because more content about Forex is coming soon. And I would like to explain and break down the concept of Forex for you guys so you can understand and start making some income for yourself. So my name is Fowles and today we are talking about the 5 steps to take a trade on the Forex chart. So with all that being said, let's jump right into the video and let's make some money. So the first step, let me just go over here and clear my chart real quick. Clear. So I'm going to be using the Euro USD chart for you guys so you very much understand what I'm talking about. So let me start with the daily time frame. Before we do get into this, there's something I'd like to tell you guys, very important stuff. You need to go over to forexfactory.com. So forexfactory.com is a website that shows you the news, or it tells you about what is going on in the Forex market today, what news is coming out, what is going to affect the Forex market. So like you can see all of this, the red ones are ones you want to avoid. So these are the news. So in this time frame or this time range, the market tends to be more volatile because there's an important news coming out in the market which can affect your trades. So you want to avoid times like this and you want to stay out of the market or stay out from the asset. Like for now is the GBP. So you want to stay away from the GBP while the news is coming out. So you can trade other assets and you are very much fine with that. So there's nothing to be scared of trading other assets, but you want to stay away from the GBP because it can very much affect your trades. So with that being said, let me jump right back to the video and let me show you how I take my trades. So the first thing I do is take a look at the market. Where is the market headed? So the daily time frame is a very good place to start. You can also start with a 4-hour time frame. So I start with the daily time frame to see the market overview and to find my levels of support and my levels of resistance. That is the first thing. Find your levels of support and your levels of resistance in something that relates with the current price point of the market. That is what you want to do. So right now I'm going to draw my support. And as you can see, this is the current price point of the market, which fits my support line very good. So let me zoom into this to draw better support. So this seems good enough. And as you can see, price already rejected this support once, twice, thrice, and 4 times. So now is the 5th time, possibly it's going to reject as well. So that's one thing you want to take notice of. Draw your support and your resistance so you know where price is rejecting. So at this point, is support that is most important. So I'm not going to be drawing my resistance because we're making use of the support, right? Very good. But you can, if you are just starting, let me just draw it just for those of you who don't really understand, who are just starting out. So let me draw my resistance. My resistance is above while my support is below. Remember that. Resistance is above, support is below. So now that we have our support and our resistance, this is the range we want to trade and this is the time frame we want to trade from. So you don't need to take a look at the whole chart, looking at everything like this. No, all you need to focus on is the current price point. And where is the current price point? The current price point that we're trading is starting from here all the way to here. And don't forget, this is the daily time frame, so we are still going to reduce our trading range so as to get better analysis on the chart. So once I do that on the 4-hour time frame, once I know my levels of support and resistance, the next thing I do is look for the trend. Right now that we know our trading range, we go over to the 4-hour time frame. If you started off from the 4-hour time frame, you go over to the 1-hour time frame, but I like to go from the daily to the 4-hour time frame. So now all I need to do is look for my trend, and this is my trading range. Even my trading range is too big because we're looking for price movement from recent times. So let's start from here. So on the daily time frame, it looks a lot smaller, but it's quite big. So this is my trading range, and this is where I want to take note of. This is where I want to be looking at. So zooming into this, we'll see a lot more information that we saw on the daily time frame. So we can very clearly see the trend here. I'm very sure. Leave a comment in the section. Leave a comment down below what trend this is before I continue with the video. So now that you've guessed the trend, let's get on with it. So the trend is a downtrend. You can see where we make lower highs and lower lows, right? So one, There's actually a drawing tool right here. I don't think I know which one it is, but let's just forget that. So you can see lower highs and lower lows. That is what we call a downtrend. So while an uptrend is the one where you make higher highs and higher lows. Hope you guys understand that. Let's get on with the video. So now we can see that price is currently at our support and we see it in a downtrend. So when price is in a downtrend, we've all heard this before, or we've all seen this before from the textbooks and everything that we learned trading from, either baby pips or your Udemy course or something. We all know that when price is in a downtrend, you look for sells, and when the price is in an uptrend, you look for buys. But quite that is just to explain it better to you guys so you can understand. The main thing is, once you know the trend of the market, actually it's a good thing to follow sell during the downtrend, buy during an uptrend. It's a very good thing, but it's not always going to be like that. You don't always have opportunities to take a trade while price is in an uptrend or price in a downtrend, right? So let's take, for example, you were here, the market, at this level in market, and price was currently trading around this area right here. You can see that price coming down from here made a lower low rather, then a lower high, coming down again, making a lower low and a lower high. So seeing all of this, you already know that price in the downtrend starting from this range right here. So I'm just trying to explain something to you guys. So starting from this range right here, you see that price in the downtrend, right? So now you want to wait for price to go back and make maybe probably equal highs or a lower high, something like this. If you are taking this trade from here, I don't think it's a bad trade, but you could have gotten stopped out if your stop loss wasn't flexible enough to take the trade, right? So that's basically it. You can take sells in the downtrend and you can take buys in an uptrend, but also you don't always have the opportunity to take trades during those times. So that is where the candlestick patterns come in place. So this is step 3. The first step is to look for support and resistance. Actually, the first step is to look for to go to the Forex factory and check out the news, but that is not included in my steps. So because I already know that. So the first thing is look for your support and resistance levels. Then you go over to the trend. What is the trend? Is it an uptrend? Is it a downtrend? That is one you want to be sure of. If it's an uptrend, you look for buys. If it's a downtrend, you look for sells. But what if you can't find a trade in the downtrend or in the uptrend? You can just switch an asset, switch to other assets and look for better trade opportunities there, right? But if you don't find an asset, or even if you find an asset with the what do you call it, the right setup, you still need some other confirmations to be sure of what you are doing. So taking a look at this right now, let's look at the current price point right here right now. This price is currently at support, right? When price is at support, we all know we buy. When price is at resistance, we know we sell, right? So price is currently at support. What do? We buy. But we don't just want to buy. We want to look for confirmations of our buy. So let me take a look at, let me draw this out. So very clearly we can see this equal lows right here. This is a double bottom. So price coming from here all the way down here, going back up, going back down. This is a very clear signal that price is creating a double bottom. When price creates a double bottom, price is usually going to change the trend. Now we knew that the trend, or we know that the previous trend was a downtrend. So probably now the trend is going to be an uptrend, because a double bottom indicates the change of direction of the trend, right? So do not forget that you cannot always be right in your trades. There's always going to be losses. So that is where your stop loss comes in place. Always choose the right stop loss. I like to choose my stop loss probably 20 pips, 30 pips, not more than that. It depends on your account. It depends on what you are trading with. So based on that, you need to look for the perfect stop loss for your trading account. So we can see that this double bottom was made, and with this double bottom we can anticipate a trend reversal. 1, price is at support. 2, price is in a downtrend. 3, when price is in a downtrend and it creates a double bottom at a support level, we can anticipate a buy. So these are 3 very, very clear signals for you to make a buy trade, right? So the candlestick patterns also come in place. So taking a look at this, you look for the candlestick pattern. You can see this candlestick that is currently happening right now. This is like a hammer, which if after this completes, I'm going to place a buy trade, because a hammer usually indicates that yeah, price is going to go higher, and when it's like the opposite, I'm sorry for this, it can be in this form or it can be in the opposite direction. So something like this, so right now we can see that it's in the opposite direction. You can see if it's at the level of resistance and it shows like this, we can anticipate a sell. So right now, let's wait for this candle to close and we'll take a trade based on that. So I can't actually wait for that. I want to wrap up the video because I'm in such a hurry. So let me just wrap up the video and tell you about the rest of the steps. So I'll show you, maybe I'll probably leave it at the end of the video, what the price later did after this candle was made. So let's move on to the indicator confirmation. Now, our indicators, there are many indicators you can use for trading. Most people actually just use indicators for trading, which is, I don't think is a good idea, but it's not a bad idea as well. So my indicators are used for confirmation. I just use the indicators to make confirmation on my trades. So if you take a trade, if you are ready to take a trade, then you can just look up the indicators and try to see what the indicators are saying. You see, I have the stochastic oscillator on right now. I'm not sure the settings. It's been quite a while since I used my stochastic oscillator, but you can look up the settings online. Look for good stochastic oscillator settings, which will filter out the noise. You can see there's a lot of noise in this market, a lot of curves, but you want to make sure you have the perfect, not the perfect, there's no perfect settings. You have a good enough setting to filter out the noise, which is something like this, giving you false buys and false sells. So the indicators are wrong. They are wrong at times, but you have to manage what you have. You have to use it. You have to make use of what you have to get what you want. So if I just have, what do you call it, a crossover where the green line crosses over the red line towards the upside, and I have my hammer completed, that will be a very good signal for me to place a buy at this side right here. So the next step is actually to take your trade. So once you've confirmed everything, once you know your hammer is made, your stochastic gives you a buy signal, a buy, you have a support, you have your blah blah blah, you have different confirmations. There are a lot of ways you can take trades. So once all that is done, there's basically nothing else than to take your trade and wait for the result. So do not also forget your stop loss and your take profit. Your levels of stop loss and take profit depend on you. It depends on your risk. It depends on your risk management or whatever you want to do. So I'm going to make a separate video on stop loss and take profits for you guys, so you enjoy that as well. So if you enjoyed the video, that is basically everything. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I might add the result of this trade. I'm going to take this trade after this video, so I might add the result of this trade at the end of the video, probably after this. So I hope you guys enjoy. Have a nice day. Peace. So like I said I was going to place a buy trade on this right here, and you can see that obviously that was a very big loss for me. So like I said to you guys, around this range right here where I saw this candle, I said if this candle closed on an hammer, I will place a buy, and I placed the buy. It seemed like a really good trade yesterday. So but now obviously you can see that the trade went sideways and we went for a sell. The price actually hit my stop loss because my stop loss was a little bit tight, as you can see, but probably it's going to continue in that motion, or it's going to continue upwards, and let's see how it goes. So that's basically it, guys. So I hope you enjoy. Have a nice day.